We're here now in London Bridge Station, opened first in 1836, this place. We're here in peak hour. As you probably gathered, had to put a bit of a kibosh on our live broadcast, unfortunately, because there are so many people here in this station right now, on the cell for this mobile signal. We couldn't get a signal properly, so we're recording this now. Anyway, there are literally 30,000 people due to come to the station tonight. This is the fourth busiest railway station in Britain, indeed London, and there are about 54 million entrances and exits every single year. Now above us now, over there, that's the Shard, over there, City of London and the Thames, and down beneath us is the Bakerloo and the Jubilee line. This is a fascinating place, it really is. Literally layers and layers and layers of history piled upon the entire site. And of course that started off 1836. London Greenwich Railway came steaming in, and this was the first city railway ever built in this country. London and Croydon Railway came in 1839 and the South East in 1842. Now of course all these train lines came straight into the site, crisscrossed across the site. That was an absolute nightmare. So they moved the stations around, had to reallocate the tracks so they're a bit more efficient and effective. But of course over the years, as that's got busier and busier and busier, they've had to change and upgrade the station time and time again, including in the 1970s, which is rail. At that time, numbers were going down. Since then, numbers have gone up again, and they had to completely reconstruct it. So with the Shard redevelopment up above, this has now been the perfect time to rebuild the entire station and enable far more trains to pass through on the Thameslink programme that goes through over there from South East, all the way up through there, up towards Charing Cross and Cannon Street. So I'm going to take you around now with Chris Denham, who's over here. Hello Chris, he's a spokesperson from Network Rail. And we're going to have a look around this remarkable site. And behind us, you can just see, there's Frank. You can see behind us over here, you can see the massive works going on from platform 1 all the way over there, through over here to platforms 4 and 5. Now right now platform 6 and 7 I think are up in use upstairs, up right now, but these last 5 platforms aren't yet going to be open for another few months. So we're going to have a look around, some of the team now, behind the scenes, to talk to Chris about what's happening on this site. And your turn to come on camera, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Tim. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
We're walking through now, and just behind us you can see these fantastic sort of like gird-like structures coming across.
Bridge decks, basically.
They're bridge decks.
They're effectively bridge decks. So where we're standing was originally supported on a series of arches built over various different time periods, all interlaced and all interlocking. And then what the Thameslink programme did is they came along and they basically got a big muncher and munched through them all. Like that, and created a chasm between one end of the viaduct and another end of the viaduct and laid bridge decks across. So that's what they are. And what you've got is you've got the platforms in the middle and the tracks on either side.
So that's sort of slung down beneath the level, you can see, and big opens of gaps in between. And these are the big concrete tiles that go straight down and supporting things for bridges.
That's right, they support those support the bridges.
Yeah.
And then you've got the nice cedarwood cladding, which has got acoustic dipping material behind it, so it quietens down the station.
Yeah.
So if you go to a traditional railway station with a big glass roof, you'll find it's very echoey and very noisy. You can't really hear what the announcements are saying always. Whereas here, the sound is a lot deader and it's a lot better for that reason.
It feels a bit more contained, a little bit more, I wouldn't say not homely, because the station isn't homely, but it feels a little bit more sort of human scale, weirdly.
Yeah, I mean, I like the kind of wood cladding. It's kind of like a sauna. We like it.
Yeah, something like a James Bond lair, someone mentioned
that
earlier.
Was Frank's idea. Frank,
yeah,
because a lot of people didn't realise what we were doing until it opened, and then you had that moment when you came down the escalators and saw, because the old London Bridge wasn't as good as it perhaps might have been.
Well, it was a 70s creation that was of its time, it did its job.
Yeah, they Operation London Bridge in 75 rebuilt it, and they rebuilt it in the 70s style, kind of like your scarf. And we've rebuilt it. And when you came downstairs and you saw the space, it was like, whoa. And I think people will have that experience again on January the 2nd.
January 2nd is when it all opens up down here.
That's right, yeah, January the 2nd everything opens up. It won't be 100% finished on January the 2nd, the work continues on for several months, but it will be open and you will get to sort of walk all the way through, really.
Wow,
Speaking of which,
I think we can walk through now, so Frank, do you want to take us through? I'll go through over here.
Just follow Pordy there.
Okay, so we're walking down straight through now where the T gates are going to be, underneath platform 4 and 5. Minding where I go, these are the ticket machines down here. And And these are the guys, these retail units coming in over here, are they?
That's right, there'll be retail units along here. And then behind this here, behind these hoardings in this area is what used to be Stainer Street, which was a road.
Yes.
And it will now be a pedestrian cut through from Tooley Street to St Thomas Street. Really for the first time ever. That'll be separate from the station, so you won't have to come in the station. You can just go through what will be a big arch all the way through.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, so we're going to cross back over to here. So look up here, have a look.
The main entrance from Tooley Street over there, behind that park.
Right. So okay, this is the brand new. So Tooley Street, as you probably all know, that runs east to west, just south of the Thames, and this is the brand new curved frontage, the brick front that I've seen out the front over there now.
We'll wander around there later, but you'll come in basically there.
So what? You got
London Bridge,
and you've got ticket machines down here as well. But the main ticket offices are back over the centre, right?
Ticket offices back there, but you can see there's an information point going in there behind us. Here you are. There'll be ticket machines. And this is what we call non-ticketed this side, so you won't need a ticket, but if you want to go through and use some of the retail on that side, you can do it.
Lovely.
Okay.
So what you've got the existing gate line where the green signs are here now.
Yes.
And so we've got the customer information point, and then you've got gate line here, gate line here, gate line here, and gate line here, all the way over to Tooley Street.
So all of that, so all the escalators, apart from the one from the top, over from the top station platforms, they're all going to be entirely gated off. All the platforms.
All of it, you'll need tickets to get through. So you've got retail this side, which anyone can come into, but then you need tickets to get through to that side. But it's a huge capacity gate line as well for people to get through.
It's designed a bit like an airport. So unlike traditional railway stations where the ticket gates are bang on the end of the platform, and you basically only get your ticket out when you want to catch a train. Here at London Bridge, there's a lot more space behind the ticket gates. So the idea is you'll put your ticket in the machine, you'll go through, and then you'll be able to decide which platform to go to, whether you want a cup of tea or whether you want to go and buy so it's a slightly different feel. It's a little bit like checking in at the airport. You check in, don't you? And then you go to your gate. It's a little bit more like that and a little bit less like a traditional railway station. And that's to avoid large numbers of people bunching up at any one point.
I did wonder, because I've seen over there, there's a Leon over there, you can just see through there. There's a Leon, there's a Costa Coffee as well, and they're all looking up to past the gate line, and that's very unusual. I can't think of another station that has got those. Some of the stations are like Darlington, they've got station cafes where you can get in both sides to it, gate line and not gate line. But most of them, I think,
Crew, you need a ticket to get to the pumpkin.
okay.
Yeah, by and large, it's mostly smaller stations where they're on the platform. This is one of the only major stations where you'll need a ticket to actually get through. I mean, you'll be able to get a cup of tea on the other side of the barrier as well. It's not like tea only for people with tickets, but it is different.
Now we're going to look now, just looking around, we're going to be walking through, just on the ground, you can see that they're just recasting the entire area here, and they are setting out all of the seals.
And we've got a smaller Tooley Street entrance here with another smaller gate line on the east side.
Wow. Again, there are literally dozens of people, the team here, all in orange, and Network Rail, and Costain as well.
Costain is the main contractor.
The main contractor here. These guys are actually assembling all the last few bits. I mean, I wouldn't say we're at snagging stage just yet. No. But above us, though, there are still trains running, right? On the tracks above us.
That's right. So my train, I catch a Cannon Street train home of an evening, and it runs through platform 1 every night. And every night I come through, I can see a little bit more is being completed. And I only work over the road. It's frustrating, I can't get off my train here. But January the 2nd, I'll be able to do that. I'm looking forward to it, I have to say.
So this is the big glass area that you can see from Tooley Street.
This is a sort of smaller entrance to Tooley Street, so this will cover the sort of more London end of Tooley Street, and you'll come through here. And this whole glass screen here just covers the Tooley Street entrance. Loads of natural light.
Lovely.
In fact, the whole station is designed to make as much use of natural light as possible. So as well as the glass screen, if you look up, there's a big gap between the platforms there where the escalators and the stairs are, and that's replicated all the way through the station. So although the station will be well lit as it is today, we'll also have lots of natural light as well.
It's lovely. I mean, I've been in here myself over the far side, on a lovely sunny evening, and the sun kind of cascading.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's a really good looking building.
It's a very good looking building. And right above us, up on the platform, there are those very wavy rooms as well.
Yes.
Yeah, the island.
They're smashing.
Yeah, and basically, if you look at it from above, from the Shard or however, you'll see the island, it's called an island, follows the concourse diagonally across the railway. So it's not straight, it kind of follows the concourse. And there's sort of humps where the glass is, and it lets all the light.
Who was the architect? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Now, looking this way, so the guys are just filling out all the, assembling all the seats on the site. Again, to see now, just these escalators, quite literally carrying nobody down. Just remarkable. All this large plant has to get out again somehow.
The plant's got a shower hat on its wheels. I've never seen that before.
Just to make sure it doesn't make it a dirty mark on the floor.
But that, and plus the fact that we'll lay out, when we start to move them out, we'll lay out the protective flooring in front of them. As it moves out, take it out from behind it and take it around again all the way out.
Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly
just like that.
Yes. Sorry, down there, all the brand new signs going in. Down there. These are all the brand new signs in the boxes, ready to be assembled and put up around the rest of the site. Lovely. Thank you all very much.
Right.
Okay.
Right, going upstairs.
We'll go up to platform 4 and 5.
Okay, up to 4 and 5.
Lovely.
Okay.
Cheers, buddy. Lovely job, yeah.
Going up now. These are quite long staircases. This is about 2 stories up, 3 stories?
63 steps.
63 steps.
So
4 times a day.
the southeastern platforms and the Thameslink platforms at London Bridge are higher than the southern platforms. In fact, we still call it colloquially the high level and low level station.
Right.
And the reason for that was that when the Southeastern Railway extended their line to Charing Cross, they had to lift the tracks and fly over Borough High Street and then what turned into London Bridge. So if you walk through London Bridge, you can actually see a difference in height between the southern and the southeastern platforms. And these are the higher ones.
Wow. Okay, so
Here we are.
here we are. Up on the wow. Wow. Okay.
This is you can catch a train, don't you?
Don't get too near the edge. Okay, so now we are on the as yet to be opened platform 4 and 5. Over there is the single
That's my
platform
train, huh?
number 1. You've missed
Here
that
he
one.
goes, yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for your time tonight.
No, it's in the intro.
So just give me yeah, this is a view from the really very impressive end. Let's turn this round now. You see the crowd. So of course it's now what? It's about 20 past 5 now. Half past 5. It's been really very busy indeed.
So we get 150,000 odd people through London Bridge a day.
Are they all odd?
I am. One of the challenges of the programme, for us communicating it and for Frank and the team building it, is that the station's actually got busier throughout the course of the Thameslink programme.
Why
So
is that?
when we got permission to do the work, which was in 2008, there were mid-30s millions of people coming through here. And then in the period from then until now, it went up to the mid-50s. And it will go up again once all the platforms are open. And that's been going on while we've been rebuilding the station. So passengers have had to put up with probably more than we expected they would have to, simply because of the sheer numbers of people coming through here. And trains.
Yeah, trains numbers increase of course as well.
So these platforms will, when the Thameslink programme is at its height, when it's complete, in the peak hour you'll probably get 16 trains an hour through here.
How many, sorry?
16.
16 trains.
So because the whole point of the Thameslink programme is to run 24 trains an hour, probably not all day, through the core between Blackfriars and Costain. And to make up that number, 16 of them will come through here.
That is remarkable.
So it'll be reasonably busy.
Because that's what's changed, right, as well. So if I think back to London Bridge as I knew and hated it when I was a child, with the old oval roofs over that side, with
nice
metal
roofs.
roofs, it's like a long time. I'm very old. Over there, they had am I right in saying there were more terminus roads than there are now?
Correct. So we've
now
reversed it.
You reversed it. So you've pulled a few roads across, so you can have more tracks going across. So you've got the Thameslink programme bridge over the top of Borough Market over there as well, just so you can increase the capacity.
So there were 9 terminating platforms and 6 through platforms. We just flipped it.
Right.
So now there's 6 terminating platforms and 9.
sorry, now 9 roads going straight the way through.
Yes, correct.
Crikey, so there's 9 tracks leading that way. How many are coming in that way? Anyone know? A lot.
A lot.
If you go up the Shard, you can find out.
I will count them for you later.
This is a phenomenally busy station. I think it is really important. I mean, everyone has been very, very patient with the work that's going on over the past 15 years or so in total since planning started.
Well, we got the money in 2007-8. So
Okay, so do 10 years actually building it.
And we keep saying, in communications, we always say, jam tomorrow. It's almost there. It's almost there. And it's very strange to be standing here all these years later and thinking,
it really is actually almost here. It feels like it's almost here.
But it's, as with all these things, the station's great. It's really important though that we remember that passengers can.
Yep. Thanks. Yeah. Oh, hello. Wrong way around. Back again. Oh, there you are. Oh, Chris. Sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
No, sorry.
That's what I was saying. The station's going to be brilliant and people are going to love the station, but it's also really important that we run a good train service because actually people catch trains, they don't catch stations.
No.
And nobody wants to think, oh, it's a lovely station.
Where are my trains?
Where are my trains? So the other sort of not quite unseen part of the Thameslink programme has been that not just the building of the station, all the tracks and all the signals around here, all the way out to Bermondsey in that direction,
and the flyover,
and Cannon Street in that direction, all new. Everything's new, all new equipment.
That's the whole Thameslink programme, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's not just a new station; it's everything. It's tracks, and it will be trains as well. So, and the idea is so that you don't get to the situation like I just described, where you have a new station but there's no trains, because we don't.
We don't want that at all, and that's what's happened during the last few times. But generally speaking, this station has stayed open pretty much in some part for the entirety of the programme as well, which is a remarkable thing. So
we've done it in slivers, little bits.
Bit by bit. I remember watching kind of bits of the platform had built time by time. As you can see now, as trains are coming through on every single part of this station now, there are trains streaming in and all those 9 tracks going through in and out here at now at peak time. It's remarkable. And so when does this all actually physically open up to the public?
January the 2nd, it will be open. Like I say, the station will continue to have work done to it. It won't be finished, but it will all be open. Trains aren't due to actually call at these platforms where we are for quite some time, but they will be running through for driver training purposes, etc. So you may find yourself on a Blackfriars to East Croydon train that runs through London Bridge. And I hope, Tim, that if you are, you'll Periscope.
I certainly will Periscope it, if of course we have signal.
Yeah.
Let's hope that some
well, earlier in the day, I'm sure you would have done. The problem is, as you can say, you've got tens of thousands of people all logging on trying to download
their Twitter and watch this
and watch you.
And watch Network Rail and me. Okay, well I think we're probably bring it to an end quite soon actually. I think can we want to view down and have a look down there? Yeah, have one down the platform, yeah. Let's have a little look down with
these will be
the team.
Platforms. You can tell they're going to be Thameslink platforms because it's a slightly different customer information screen. You've got those twin screens next to each other, which will show the current train and the next train as well.
And different typeface on there.
Yeah, so they've got a slightly different arrangement, and that's because there's going to be so many trains running through here that it needs a different type of customer information. Oh yes, we're going to go over our own hump.
Of course you have down here, which is brilliant.
Very short. But the other interesting thing about London Bridge is that there's going to be so many trains, more than 80 an hour, big time, that we're not going to be able to announce them. So you won't have a constant stream, because if you think about 80 trains an hour, it would, you just have a constant noise. So we're now going up on a hump. We are rising.
Okay, which is great.
There we go.
It's per platform.
Yeah, so the Thameslink trains, because only Thameslink Class 700 uses platforms, we were able to raise the platform height here in the middle to match the accessible carriages.
Lovely.
So passengers will be able to get on and off.
That's very important. That's very important. Good to see as well. See up the Shard up there behind us. If the Shard was to fall over, which of course it won't, we'd in its shadow right now.
Well, the Shard is, if you sort of measure the station site from the end of platform 15 over there to the start of platform 1 over there, it is longer than the Shard is tall. Could fit the Shard into London Bridge, should you so wish, but I hope We never
Well,
had
no,
to
it's
find
something that never happens. I must admit, one of the things I like to do, because I've got a membership go up to the Shard, because I'm a local resident, so I often go up the top, and to the bar, at the very top of the Shard.
Do you?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That's cool.
It's 20 quid for a year. So I can't quite a lot, it's quite cheap beer. And you can stand there and you can just pretend to play trains. Coming out of the station, so I have been
I bet
watching
you
the
do.
station. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. You can sit and watch
That's
the trains are streaming.
Have you
in and
seen
out
the
from
time lapse
Birmingham.
we did? We put a time lapse camera up there for a morning, and it was incredible. It was just like seeing sort of a hive of worms zooming in and out, and then people would come off the train.
Zip out into the
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to dig it out for you. It's really cool.
Right, so just so you go now, we're now at the end. This is the very end.
This is the fire escape.
This is the very end of platform 5.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah, you can't go any further than that.
Last time
That's
I
the
was
end.
here, I was out there.
If people start walking down this far, security are going to start worrying.
Well, the fact was pretty busy. So I don't think we're going all the way up here most of the time, but that's the fire escape now. That leads you out there.
So looking down there, this is just quite remarkable. So these lovely wavy platforms.
Yeah, kind of sinuous.
Sinuous, aren't they? Yeah,
Sinuous, is that it?
sinuous.
That's called the whole thing.
Well, no, it's the fact this lovely waves it goes down, and
These are the
very
Thameslink
cool.
platforms here, and then that'll all be traced to Cannon Street, the southeastern over there.
So Cannon Street, because that peels off first, go
Yeah.
up that way. So it's completely separate, very separated
yeah,
entirely now.
everything's
Yep.
separate. Yeah,
Very separated now.
Thameslink here.
Thameslink down the middle, and then one's over from southeastern, carrying on to Charing
Charing
Cross, and then ones that terminate coming in from
East Croydon, Bermondsey, places like that. There you are.
Wow. Well, that is truly beautiful. So thank you all very much. Yeah, I think
Thank
that's
you for
just.
joining us.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's get everyone see behind the scenes of this remarkable
No
station.
problem. Well, everyone can see behind the scenes on January the 2nd, when it opens.
Yes, just weeks to
You
go.
might even be able to catch a train.
And some of you are going to get some sleep after that too, because everything's going to be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
I'm going to go and sit on the couch and enjoy what would be Christmas.
Yes, what left of it, a big
Yeah.
glass of wine. So yeah, thank you all for joining us, and thank you Network Rail, and
And
yeah,
Costain.
and Costain, of course. So, thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.